I'm just now seeing this. Share my screen really quick.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, X Defiant fans. This is the X Defiant was the Ubisoft Call of Duty killer. I am unfortunately here to announce that X Defiant will be shutting down. Starting today.
Shit.
Yes. New downloads and player registrations will no longer be available. We will still be releasing our Season 3 content in the near future, and the servers will remain active until June 3rd, 2025. For those who purchased the Ultimate Founders Pack, you'll receive a full refund. Holy moly! A full refund going out. Players who have made any purchases in the last 30 days will also be fully refunded. Those refunds should happen automatically within 8 weeks of today, and you can find more information at xdefiant.com. A few years ago, Ubisoft and the SF dev team embarked on a bold adventure to develop a new arcade shooter called X Defiant. It was from the start an incredible challenge. Not only were we trying to shake up the genre by moving skill-based matchmaking, while removing skill-based matchmaking, while bringing back a more old-school arcade shooter experience, but we were also diving into the high-risk, high-reward realm of free-to-play. And for that, I want to apply not only the dev team, but also Ubisoft leadership for taking the chance. Free-to-play in particular is a long journey. Many free-to-play games take a long time to find their footing and become profitable. It's a long journey that Ubisoft and the teams working on working on the game were prepared to make until very recently. But unfortunately, the journey became too much to sensibly continue. I am, of course, heartbroken to be writing this post. Yes, this game has been a personal passion for me for years. And yes, I know that not all challenges lead to victory. But I also want to recognize all the developers who have been affected by this closure. Each and every one of them is a real person with a real life separate from our own. And they have all put so much of their own passion into making this game. And I hope they can be proud of what they did achieve. I know that they will always, that I will always be proud and grateful for what they worked on, blah, 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 blah. The early response from the players when X Defiant launch was amazing. We broke internal records for the fastest game to surpass 5 million users and had over 15 million players play the game. That's way more than I thought, for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's something. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's just like here. There's one more thing. I hope I can take away from the experience. It's the importance of open, honest communication between developers and players. There we go. This player-first mentality, along with respectful, non-toxic conversations between developers and players, has been one of the standout differences that made X Defiant so special. Well, not that special, just being real. But for my very first post about X Defiant, this was the vision I wanted to champion, and I hope it leaves a positive mark on how the game industry treats its players and communities. Well, that's crazy. We'll talk about that tomorrow on the show.
Read it again. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, sorry.
That's fucking wild, man.
All right, so let's go back to the very top. So starting today, December 3rd, new downloads and player registrations will no longer be available. We will still release our Season 3 content in the near future, exact date to be determined. And the servers will remain active until June 3rd, 2025. For those who have purchased the Ultimate Founders Pack, you'll receive a full refund. So this is X Defiant. If you don't know what X Defiant was, this was Ubisoft's COD killer. The COD killer from...
Every time you...
I don't think they...
called everything itself a COD killer has died.
And look, I played the beta for X Defiant. It was fine. It wasn't like... It didn't blow me away, but it was fine. And then they had a release date set not longer after that beta, and then they went radio silent for like months. And I guess they were trying to fix the game and everything, which I respect. But I never played it after release. I don't know if anyone else here played it after release. I did not, though.
I didn't. I really liked the beta. I thought if this is just a sample of what you guys are doing, it's really solid. And all they had to do, instead of calling themselves a Call of Duty killer, was just say, hey, we're going to be consistent and we're going to release a good game and focus on good gameplay. Because the moment that Call of Duty runs into a wall like they did just not that long ago, you could have picked up a lot of players. They would all would have run to a game that was solid and stuff. I like the gameplay in this, but dude, that's crazy, bro.
So this is back in October.
Yeah, this was 6 weeks ago, and everyone was like, X Defiant shut down. Like, no, it's not. And obviously, everyone saw the writing on the wall, and he said year 2 of content still being planned. But here we are, man. 6 weeks later, Bada bing, bada boom. Deadest guy in the room.
It's
You know
over.
what? Fuck Ubisoft, because
Yeah.
they've been taking L's like crazy. I mean, and I know we've all been talking about it, but like, you know, the rumors that they're losing a lot of money, that the studio's in trouble because of how much money they've spent on all of these games, and they fucked up the Assassin's Creed franchise. You know, it's just a mess, man. And
Skull
once
and
again,
Bones.
yeah, Skull and Bones, the first
don't
quad
get me
A
started on
game.
that.
It's wild. And yet, here we are once again. Don't call yourself a Call of Duty killer. Do not compare yourself to Call of Duty, and you can just exist on your own. Fortnite isn't calling itself a Call of Duty killer. Look how popular it is. It just
And in all
fucking
reality,
does what it does.
Call of Duty's trying to copy Fortnite in a lot of ways with their damn emotes and skins
That's
and all that
exactly
bullshit.
it right there. Yep, because they were in trouble and they knew they needed to do something, so they started implementing all these events and stuff like that. that
Battle
they got
Royale,
shit for,
Warzone.
you know.
Yeah.
And here's the thing too. The thing that sucks is like Warzone right now is almost unplayable. It's fucking a mess right now. There's a bunch of cheaters. There's a bunch of issues in the game and stuff like that. It's a complete mess right now. This is the perfect time for somebody to have released a game and said, "Hey, we're just going to release a shooter that's entertaining and fun as an answer to people that don't want to play Call of Duty. Instead of trying to be a Call of Duty killer, this is what they did."
That's right.
You know,
I personally,
crazy.
and I see people in the chat talking about Black Ops 6. I think Black Ops 6 is fun as hell. I think it's a
It
great
is.
game.
It's phenomenal. It's the best Call of Duty in a long time.
From a multiplayer standpoint, I have not played the campaign, but I
Campaign's good, too.
generally play the multiplayers more, and this is the
Zombies.
best multiplayer Call of Duty since Black Ops 2, in my opinion.